Hi, hello, my name's Than, short for Nathaniel. Okay, so today I'm going to be reviewing the new Victoria Beckham Pearl Reflect Highlight Stick, the Makeup by Mario SoftSculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, which is the, like, cream bronzer formula. Lots of people were confused by this launch, but basically there's a cream and a powder. The cream is the enhancer, and the powder is the perfector, I believe. And then finally, I have the Chanel Water Fresh Complexion Touch in the shade B10 and the Water Fresh Blush in the shade Light Pink. I'm so excited to try these. I have not tried either. I've already tried the highlight and the cream bronzer from Mario, but these I have not even swatched or anything yet, so I'm super excited. Yeah, I didn't really know exactly when this was gonna be coming to the US or when this was gonna be coming out, but I was watching that Chanel site like a hawk. So again, I have the Complexion Touch in the shade B10, which is the lightest shade. So here's what the bottle looks like. Basically, it has little pigments encapsulated in there, and then once you start blending it, they burst. And it comes with this little tiny brush, synthetic, I believe. Very soft, very, very soft. This, I suspect, will come in handy for travel. It says, Water Fresh Complexion Touch with micro droplet pigments, even, illuminate, hydrate, natural and build a healthy looking glow. Made in France. There's 0.7 fluid ounces, so a little bit less than your typical kind of foundation. And I feel like it has less product than the original Water Fresh Tint. Also a much smaller range that one had. This one is supposed to have 3 times the coverage. I've never tried the original Water Fresh Tint, and I believe that is still going to be available. This is just kind of like a higher coverage version or different product altogether. I'm not, I don't really know. I never tried that one. So here it is. Not gonna lie, the shade seems pretty dark for being the lightest shade. But the capsules and stuff like burst pretty evenly and easily. I guess I'm just gonna apply it with my fingers first from the back of my hand. It feels incredibly lightweight, has a really nice glow. It really just feels like you're kind of spreading water over your face. Definitely get the water fresh vibes. Yeah, I really like the glow. I mean, very little coverage. I would say almost no coverage. I mean, if this has 3 times the coverage of the Water Fresh Tint, then that must really just be like nothing. Well, hold on, maybe I'm getting a little bit more coverage on this side. Maybe the longer it kind of sits on the skin, like, because it's been on the back of my hand for a bit. And I think maybe, yeah, I can see the color a little bit more. Kind of like, you know how when you let a concealer sit for a little bit, you get a bit more coverage out of it? I think that's happening here. You can do like a pump more. I think because the coverage is pretty light, the shade being a little dark isn't really gonna matter too much. I feel like I'm noticing a little bit of a weird texture thing going on over here, but I don't know, like maybe slight pilling? But when I kind of blend it in again, it doesn't really, it kind of, I feel like it resolved that. Okay, I think this is like the maximum I'm gonna get from it. Yeah, I mean, the finish is really beautiful. I love the glow. Okay, so next, I probably will apply some of the Blunder cover or something as like a concealer, but first, let's go in with the Mario SoftSculpt Skin Enhancer. I love this already, I can tell you. I've been using it, I've used it plenty of times already since I've got it. I had it about a week or two. And I've just been using the Rephr number 4 natural hairbrush. Picking it up like this. It's a pretty sheer kind of bronzer, and it's very smooth and like melty when you touch it. It's almost like balmy. have the shade Light, which is the lightest shade. I do feel it's a little bit warm for me, but because it's so sheer, I can get away with it. You know, it still looks pretty natural on me, I feel. I wish it was like a little bit more red and cool. So I'm going in with Blunder Cover Shade 1, and I'm gonna try this brush. I'm literally just gonna get it on there. Yeah, I mean, the brush did a pretty good job of applying the Blunder cover, but honestly, this just blends so good with fingers. I don't really feel the need for a brush, but, you know, it was worth a shot. I'm gonna set a bit with the Westman Atelier Pink Bubble, Bisyodo C-01. Gonna use a little bit of this contour shade from the Tilbury Nudegasm palette in the Shaquda Angled Face Brush. Okay, so now let's get into the blush. I'm so excited. I mean, I was kind of worried about like patchiness and stuff, but I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be fine because the Complexion Touch, I didn't really have issues with patchiness because it's all like bursted and mixed on the hand. And I also got the shade Light Pink. I saw some using the darker shades where it could be a little patchy, but I feel like this one's gonna be fine. But here it is. This is the lightest pink shade. There's like a warm pink, there's a peach, apricot, coral, and I think a bronze maybe it's called. But anyways, I'm excited. Let's just see what this is like. Ooh, okay, so one pump gives you quite a bit. I feel like that's probably all I'm gonna need, but I might try to build it too. But let's see what it's like when it's all burst. Definitely super watery. And it is just a very natural kind of, a natural flush kind of shade. I'm just gonna apply it with my finger first. I mean, very sheer, not very pigmented at all. But still very pretty. I can see it, and I don't think it's patchy at all, actually. I think it actually is just, it's like a little whisper of a blush. I'm actually gonna try the Hinoki brush, because this can be used with liquids and creams. This kind of builds it a little bit more. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, it's very pretty. Just getting it from the back of my hand. Now this is it, a little bit more dried. It's definitely a warmer pink than I was expecting because they have the shade Warm Pink, I believe. So, I don't know. I just wish it was a bit cooler. Kind of like how, like this one, let me show you. Like Barba Papa from Surat, I love this shade. And I love these blushes from Surat. See that? Look how much cooler this pink is versus the light pink from Chanel. Like, imagine this in this formula. And then I also have Classique. I'll just show you this because we're here. So that's Classique, Barba Papa, light pink from Chanel. Like, I wish it was more in the family of these. But I mean, I guess I have these colors already in the Surat one, so do I really need it? I don't know. I will say, compared to the Surat ones do have a little bit of like micro shimmers in there. This one from Chanel doesn't have any shimmers at all in it. It's just, I mean, I feel like it's more of a dewy blush, but no shimmer. On the lips, I want to use the AMUSE Dew Tint. So this is the full-size one that I ordered. I did use the little mini in my last K-Beauty review, but yeah, this one's in the shade Boksoonga. And you know what? I'm gonna go on top of it with the Bungalow gloss. I forgot, I got this too from Victoria, her new Bungalow gloss. I've used it a few times already, and you've probably seen it on my Instagram. So here's Bungalow. It's from the new Spritz collection. I think it'll go good with this Dew Tint. Yeah. And for the eyes, I was thinking some Tom Ford. Soleil d'Hiver. This is like probably my favorite eye quad of all time. And I'm gonna combine it with First Frost because this pink I feel like is great for this look. So yeah, I'm just gonna take my finger going into the pink shade from First Frost. And then for the inner corner, slash center lid part, I'm gonna go in with the Toppery shade from this quad. It's so good. I reach for this all the time. I'm really hoping that these quads come back as permanent editions. These are like from Holiday 2018, I think. And they're just the best. The first Frost is from a couple years ago or 1 year ago or something. But like Soleil d'Hiver, Soleil Lune, and Soleil Neige are all from a few years ago, and they're gorgeous. And then for some more fun, I think I'm gonna go into that Danessa Myricks palette again. And this time go into Strawberry Moon, which is the pink topper. Okay, before I add the highlighter, let me just go in with my Lancome mascara. And the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brow Gel in Black Brown. And by the way, that was the Lash Idole mascara. I mean, I'm sure you already know, but just in case, you know. Okay, so here is the reflex stick. This is like the shiniest thing that I own. Like, shiniest packaging that I own. So freaking gold. Oh my god. I mean, just comparing it to the Gucci gold, I don't know. This is just, it's even more gold. Like, I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. I guess this one is just a little bit cooler, and then this one is a little bit warmer, but it's just really beautiful, and I love the top too. I would imagine there's going to be more shades of this because it does have a name, Pearl. That'll probably be just more intense, different shifts or whatever. But I mean, there's not really like a base color to this. Let me just show you. I'm gonna just swipe a bunch on my hand so you can see. But it's like mostly clear, but it does have a little bit of like goldenness to it. And here's what the stick in its solid form looks like. And then I'll just work off my hand actually. This I definitely like more than the Westman Atelier one. I already know. Like, this is probably like my third time trying this, and it just has so much less of a sticky feel than the Westman Atelier. It's more smooth, and also has a much higher shine as well, I feel. Okay, so I guess that's it. So let's zoom in and then we'll go over my final thoughts. Okay, so let's start with the complexion touch. Yeah, I wish the shade was just a little bit lighter. I just don't, I don't understand. Like, I think it works, and because it's a more of a light coverage kind of deal, I guess that's not as important, but I can still see, you know, that it's a little off, just a little off. I mean, I don't know if people are gonna be able to tell in person or what it looks like on camera yet, but I don't know, like, it looks, the shade's all right, you know, it should be lighter if it's the lightest shade. But in terms of the formula, it's nice. It really does feel fresh and watery. You know, up close in person, I don't think it looks patchy or anything. I mean, I have quite a few different products on and my skin still looks very skin-like. Definitely more lit from within type of glow rather than like greasy glow or artificial glow. You know what I mean? Like, there's no shimmer or anything in it. It's just a very nice, like, juicy glow. The Transforming Skin Enhancer from Mario, I really, really like. Again, I wish it was just a little bit cooler, but it's sheer, so I don't know, I can get away with it. And it just applies so nicely. There's really just not a lot of effort that goes into it. And I love how creamy it is. As soon as you touch it, it melts. It's not something you need to like warm up on the back of your hand first. It's super just soft. You know, some cream stuff, cream blushes, they can start out a bit stiff. And you know, it's easier to blend if you warm it up. But this, it's like instantly just like melted. And that might have to do with the fact that, like, you know, we're in summer, and I've been finding that most of my cream things are easier to blend. But I suspect that I'm not gonna have too much trouble in the winter, so yeah. Highly recommend this. I will say I like the tone of M Cosmetics Terra from their So Soft collection better. But the formulas are definitely different. Again, this is a little sheerer, more light. And then Terra, let me just grab Terra, where is it? Well, it's usually right in front of me, but I can't find it right now. But yeah, that one, it's still very soft and very creamy. It's just a little bit more richer maybe than the Mario. Mario's more thin, M is a little richer. And it's has a little bit more red. It's a little darker too, but has more red. So I love the tone on me. I also have his SoftSculpt bronzer stick. I was not crazy about this. Definitely darker. And I have the shade light medium because I wanted it looked cooler online than the latest shade. But let me just swatch the new one right next to it, even though I know the shades are different. Again, this is this one's more thicker, kind of like the M, but the M's is softer than this one. So in terms of thickness, it would be the Enhancer, M's, and then the old one from Mario. And yeah, I mean, you can see already, this kind of just blends more sheer, the SoftSculpt Enhancer, where this one is your more typical, I mean, it still blends nice, but yeah, it's darker and it's more pigmented. I will say though, his blush, I love. This is like one of my favorite shades of blush. I hardly ever wear it, but it's amazing. It's such a nice bright pink. It's called Raspberry. I love this shade. I love this shade. One of my favorite looks I've ever done of all time. I wore this and I just love. The Victoria Beckham highlight stick. I feel like this is the best highlighter stick that I've tried so far. Let me just see. So for some comparisons, I have Victoria Beckham's over here, Ami Cole in the middle, and then the lit up Nectar highlight from Westman Atelier. Westman Atelier's feels the gloopiest, kind of. Still like smooth, but something about the formula just disrupts the makeup on your face. I don't know how else I can say it. The Ami Cole one feels the lightest. I think has the most natural of all the sheens, even though I think they all pretty much look natural. The Victoria Beckham one, it doesn't necessarily dry down completely, but it's not staying as kind of tacky or glossy. Even though I don't think the Ami Cole one's tacky at all. It's more so, I think the tackiest is the Westman Atelier. And now the Waterfresh blush. Oh, was it worth the wait? I think this is pretty. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it though. It's definitely a fun product, as well as the Complexion touch. They're fun, you know, it's just a different kind of experience. And I'm all about varying makeup, you know, applications and experiences and formulas, all of that. Yeah, I like it. I do like it. Again, wish the shade was lighter and cooler. I think just because I'm so fair, that is our running theme with most of the things that I test, or at least for complexion, you know? But it is pretty. I mean, I cannot deny. Yeah, I mean, for both of these, I think if you're interested, go ahead and give it a shot. I'd probably wait to pick them up until they're at like Nordstrom or something, because it's going to be easier to do returns if you don't like it. I'm not exactly sure how good Chanel is with returns, but I know that a lot of brands, like when you buy directly from them, At least the, you know, very bougie like fashion house brands, they don't have the best makeup return policies. So yeah, you might want to hold off until it's at like Nordstrom or something. But I'll definitely get good use out of them. Let me know if you've picked up any of these things, what your thoughts are. I don't know, I'm curious to know people's opinions, especially on these. From the reviews I've seen, I mean, it's mixed, but most of them have been pretty positive. Okay, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified every single time that I upload a new video. Follow my Instagram, PrettierThanGram. Follow me on Nudegasm so you're notified every single time I'm doing a live stream. By the way, if you ever miss my live streams or something, I do save most of them on the Nudegasm site. So if you actually click the link in the description box, the Nudegasm link, and you can watch some of my previous streams. But they're a lot of fun. Usually they're spontaneous, so it's definitely good to make sure you're following me on there so you get the text notification from when I go live. And my latest stream is all about a lot of skincare that I've been loving, so definitely a good one to check out. Okay, goodbye.